Hello YouTube. Back here in the back garden today. Foggy, a little bit of a breeze. It's been so hot lately. A little break in the heat is kind of nice. But I've come to bring you an old legend and tell a story about it. As you can see in front of you right now is an old, very beat up Fallkniven F1. Now this old bird used to be the black coated one, so that's all gone, long gone. You can clearly see the laminate line in the blade. Now I've had this knife, oh geez, I want to say 20 years, close to 20 years. She's been through, clearly it's been through a lot. So back in the day, sorry, when I was young and dumb and more gear than experience, I went for a hike with my brother-in-law on Boxing Day. To those of you who are not familiar with Boxing Day, it's the day after Christmas. So we hiked across country to a local lake. It was a warmish day, kind of misty, a little hazy. So I mean, like, warmish is relative. It was above freezing. So we hiked in. We had a little fire, a little bit of a cook-up. Had a good day. I bought him a brand new buck 119 for Christmas that year. Brand new, just out of the box. So he managed to slice his hand open with it while we were getting birch bark. So it was a pretty good indicator we should probably get the hell out of there. So we leave. And now, like, I look back now and just shake my head going, oh wow. I mean, there's so many different things I would have done now than back then. Like I said, I had more gear than brains. I didn't have the experience or the skills to get myself into a jam if I needed to. Just dumb, young and dumb. So we ended up hiking out, get turned around. It was getting dark, because I mean, obviously it's late December, and so by the time we got out to the trail / woods road that we followed to get in, it was dark. Like, it was like 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. It was dark. So no cell phones, none of that good stuff back then. I'm gonna say we're going back 20 odd years. We didn't have them. They existed, but we didn't have them. So we started walking out, and we were already damp from the day. So then it started to rain. It rained pretty heavily. I mean, we're talking, we had a good 2-3 hour walk to get back to civilization, let alone get home. So it took the rain. So now we're soaked through. And part of the way back, that rain started to stick. It turned over to freezing rain on us. So now we're in real trouble. Real trouble. So now it would have been, let's rip some deadfalls down, let's get a big blaze going, let's get warmed up, A, B, C, D, E, have your backup plans. Back then, no. Didn't have any of that stuff. Just stupid. So we kept walking. We got so far, we looked down in the snow, because there was a little bit of snowpack on the road. And we see car tracks and footprints. They're obviously brand new. So, oh crap, they're looking for us. This isn't good. The fam is going to be getting upset. But so we kept walking, ice is breaking off us now as we're walking. Like, we're getting cold. We're getting tired too. Because when you get really cold, you start getting dopey. A lot of times we sat there and sat there as we were walking. We were going, wow, man, if we just took a break, we could just sit down for a second, just take a break, just rest. In hindsight, that probably would have been fatal. Because, you get lulled. We were soaked. We were freezing cold. And so we got to place Stony Brook Lodge. If anybody out there is familiar with the place. It used to be a wilderness lodge way up in the Willy Wags outside of St. John. And we knew the people who ran the place might be home, but we knew if they had a phone. So, it being Boxing Day Eve, or night now by this time, it's well after 10 o'clock. We staggered in there. I slipped and fell in the driveway. Fell in a puddle, a big one. I didn't get any wetter, and I didn't get any colder. It was like being neutral. So that's an indicator of how cold and wet we really were. So we got there, knocked on their window. They had guests. I mean, it's Boxing Day, right? Family is over. We roll in like a couple of sopping dogs. And Gary, the fellow who ran the lodge, he came over and he's like, "Boys, you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, we got lost out hiking. We use your phone." He's like, "Come on over to the lodge side, boys. Come over to the lodge side. Come right in." He was super great. He let us in. Called the fam. "Yeah, we're here. We're all right. We're at the lodge. We're alive. We're well." Okay. So he's like, "Jump in the truck, boys. I'll drive you home." So luckily we didn't live too far away. He put us in the truck, put the heat on us. So we pulled into my parents' place. I was living at my parents' place at the time. And the yard's full of cars. It's like, oh man, they called in the family. Like, this was turning into an ordeal, right? Not good. So we come through the door. I got uncles and cousins, and there's people standing around tables. There's maps. Like, the fam was getting wound up over this. I come through the door. My mom, she runs over, grabs me. "Oh my God, thank God you're all right." I was like, "Yeah, I'm just really cold." So sister grabs my brother-in-law. "Thank God you're all right." Yeah, we're fine. What in the hell were you two thinking? And it just started from there. We're like, "Yeah, okay, look, we know we screwed up. Yeah, all right, our bad. We're home, we're safe. We could just both really use a hot shower right about now." It's like, okay. So I sloughed off to the shower. The water was hitting my cherry red skin and coming off cold. The hot shower water was hitting me, cooling and coming off. That's how cold I was. So, that was one of the seminal events in my life where I was like, this is never happening to me again. I'm not going to I'm not going to go out there without the equipment and the skills to keep me going. And I carried this knife that night. This sheath took its wet forming from that trip. That, thank God that VG10, layer, was good stuff for anti-corrosion, because it couldn't have got any wetter. But no, that was when I swore that was never going to happen again, and it never has. I've been out in some pretty hellacious crap, and I've always been warm, I've always been dry, and I've always gotten home. So, to be a lesson to you would-be young fellas: skills, knowledge, the will to act. It means more than anything you can carry. Carrying a good knife or carrying great gear is great. If you don't know what to do with it, it's a paper tiger. So, read some books. Watch some YouTube videos. There's some great guys out there with a lot of knowledge to share. And don't be like the 20-year-old me almost freeze to death because you were stupid. So that's my old knife and my story for the day. Thanks for watching.